What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And naive,
This is not
not
another
another damn podcast.
presented by our
Our
damn
damn selves.
those 408 kid.
408.
408.
408.
We well into April now. Yeah. So like I said last week, second quarter. You ain't got those goals started for 2025. What the hell are you waiting for?
And the other day is coming up. Tax day. Get your damn taxes filed.
Shout out Irwin. Irwin is coming. My
Or
wrestling.
if you can't get them filed by April 15th, get your extension. Get you an extension right now. If you're trying to pull your receipts together, you're looking and you just like, yeah, it's not going to happen, just file an extension. Get it
Well,
done.
I filed my taxes over a year ago, so I'm good.
Dad, you got to pay your taxes every year.
A little Simpson humor.
How many kids do we have? 10. Whoever he said. Over.
Maggie's 8 people.
Maggie is 7 people. Like, what? You're disabled. Maggie's 7 people. The way he like went down.
Last. But
But
yeah,
taxes don't have to be difficult. They don't. A
yeah,
lot of times you can do your own stuff. Like I said, if your stuff isn't complicated, you can
yeah.
just go through TurboTax and do
Like
your own thing.
people with no dependents. Yeah, just
Yeah, if it's not complicated, you
turbo
can do
tax
your
that
own
shit.
stuff.
It's like
But if you want to just hire a professional, you can hire an actual professional,
yeah.
not a scammy person that say I get you 6 grand, but you gotta give me back 2 grand. I'll get you back six. Don't do that. Don't do that, please.
I'll just scam them if I did that. It's like yeah, it's not. But they can't go to the cops and shit. It's like 'cause they were like with shit like that, you really don't have to pay them. It's like you just lie, and then when the check comes in, it's like yeah, what money? It's like it's nothing. Really doesn't like with those shady deals like that is nothing like what's the name I wouldn't recommend this but like technically you don't have to pay back loan sharks because like what they gonna do like, he gonna go to the cops and shit it's like say he owes me $10,000 like you're a fucking loan shark it's like it's nothing you can do like I wouldn't because like loan sharks usually are dangerous and shit these
Yeah,
fake tax folks they probably not dangerous they probably just like just take that L and keep it moving like a loan shark will come after you might break your legs
yeah. They'll
like
break your legs or shoot up your house. Like, it's like don't cross people like that. Please don't.
like how Russell borrowed from the loan shark in Crush Group. Yeah, don't be and then he sent full force after him. So it's gonna end up like Russell.
Who played teenagers about a year later in House Party.
Yeah, after Crush Group. Yeah, so they were
After playing
playing the
35-year-old
muscle
gangsters
for the
and
loan shark,
13-year-old
and they,
kids.
they were playing the muscle for him, and then like a couple of years later, they were in high school.
Like I was confused. I'm like, they 18, they 17.
It was just and looked
I was
exactly
always
the
confused
same
with
as they
that.
did in House Party, so you knew it was the same guys. Like I say, that's the dudes that were from. If you saw both movies, you were looking like it's just some niggas from Crush Groove. Like was
Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, do the responsible thing, do what you're supposed to do. I don't want to see anybody get caught up because, like we say with this Doge stuff, you're gonna get your ass caught up. If you try to like defraud shit, you're gonna get your ass caught
they
up.
probably
So
took one of them PPP loans fraudulently like 5 years ago. They probably still looking. It's like Elon and them are still
I'm sure they're probably still sifting through the rubble and trying to. Okay, you said that you started this type of business, an LLC, but there's no record if you ever ran this LLC. So,
better try to
you
cover up the
know,
lie with another lie, like better like file for bankruptcy like immediately. Like right now, I'm like, oh well, yeah, I'll dissolve that. It's like you better
it was financial
the
insolvency.
lie going.
You gotta.
That's what I would do. Like I'm not trying to give poor advice as I'm giving poor advice, but if you took one of those loans, just file for bankruptcy now. Tie it up in the bankruptcy court. That might give you another 5 years or whatever. They tie it up. Like, oh well, we dissolved that company. Hey, worked for the president. How many companies did he dissolve that he filed for bankruptcy? Because that's the thing with Trump. People said he filed bankruptcy like 6 times. He didn't. Like he had companies that filed bankruptcy. Like he never filed personal bankruptcy. He started a company of flop and then he just immediately filed
It's a
bankruptcy. That's
workaround.
how he got out of the shit. He's like, okay, yeah.
That's basically what it was. It was a
This ain't
workaround.
working,
That's
so he
basically what it
filed
was.
bankruptcy and shit. So like I'm off the hook for that and shit. Like that's what
There's a lot of stuff that once you start understanding how taxes and things
rich
like
guys
that
know
work,
how money works and shit.
once you start understanding that aspect, like I said, I understand some of it. I'm not an expert by no means, but through osmosis, I've learned stuff from Marcus. So like I learned
But
some
yeah,
things from him now. So about how stuff works with that. So it's workarounds with
yeah,
things.
with Trump, that's what he did. Is like some people say, yeah, like he filed bankruptcy. It's like, well, yes and no. Like he never filed personal bankruptcy for Donald J. Trump. It was some company that he had that way. So okay, like,
Like legal things that you can actually write off. It's legal stuff that you
yeah,
can
yeah.
write off. Like some stuff is losses that you actually can say, okay, this is a loss. I took a loss on this. I took a loss on that. You can actually do some of this stuff very legally. And
It's like if you bought a car and then like you couldn't pay the note and you filed bankruptcy to keep the car. It's like that's essentially what it's like that. It's like it's essentially like that's essentially what he did. Basically. Okay, I can't afford this car. No, let me just file bankruptcy. That's essentially what he did.
Yikes.
So that you don't have a repo on your record. It's like, well, technically, yeah.
Dang.
Like, but yeah, during the debates with Hillary, like in 16, is like he was talking about that when because she called him out and she said he doesn't pay any federal income tax and he didn't he admitted it.
I'm smart.
I'm smart and shit in the on live TV during the debate and shit. Like that shit is like I said I think we'll never see another motherfucker like that. It'll never be another politician
Thankfully. Thankfully.
that's just off the chain and no
This is a shit
filter,
storm.
no
Like I
filter and shit.
what we need, and like I said,
Says the quiet parts out loud and shit like none of that.
I'm not trying to get too political, but I'm saying I'm not gonna go too political, but I think that we don't need a traditional politician that just moves and talks. Like we don't need that. We need someone who actually is for the people, who is about the people, who actually has a positive record. We need new blood on both sides. We don't, and actually we need good independent. We
I'm
need
about
we
to say,
need just
yeah,
good
why
candidates. We need
we need we need to break up the two-party system. It's like
exactly. We need good
America
candidates
shouldn't
on
be
all sides.
America shouldn't be a nation of Crips and Bloods. It's like, yeah. That's essentially what it is. You got your red, you got your
You
blue.
got your red and your blue.
We need something else.
We need something else.
Mhm.
Because,
Exactly.
like I always say, jokingly and not so jokingly, most people are shades of purple.
Right. And that absolutely Chris
Most
Rock.
people are shades of purple.
Yeah.
Purple's my favorite color. I'm just all I'm saying. Most people are shades of purple. Most people are. So it's like you conservative about some things, you liberal. Like Chris Rock said, you conservative about something, you liberal about some
Chris
things.
Rock
So it's
had a
like
whole bit about that
you're
shit.
a mix.
Whole bit about that bullshit.
Some shit is like, yeah, okay, the government should regulate certain things, but then some stuff is like, okay, the government needs somebody's fucking business about. It's not your place to go into this point because like some stuff is personal business that government doesn't need to have their nose in. And then some stuff affects everybody. So they okay, government does need to have their nose in the business of some things. But when you just are so, I'm this, I'm a so and so, I'm a so and so. If you just stand 10 toes down like your party, whichever your party is, then when
And when the
something
party
is,
fucks up, and then you gotta
you gotta stand 10 toes down.
instead of just admitting that you were wrong, it's like now you gotta double
You
down.
gotta double down and be like, nope.
It's like you go further down that rabbit hole and shit. It's like yeah,
It's like you're gonna die on that hill. It's like when they say, well, so and so actually so and so so and so. No, because they what they meant is like, no, that's not what they meant. And then you guys stand 10 toes down and die on that hill, even though you know that
which you really just take a page out of Trump's book, just file bankruptcy and keep it moving. That's what I. If I if I
or
if I supported something and it's bullshit me, I just like I just no sell and keep it moving. That's what I do. Like
or I use my Titanic reference. I'm gonna get in the lifeboat and ride away. I'm not gonna go down with the ship. I'm not gonna stay on the
yeah,
Titanic and go
yeah,
down. I'm gonna hop on one of those boats and
yeah.
I'm gonna go
All of
and
a sudden,
leave.
just notice me not talking about whatever politician or policy anymore. Yeah, and if you ask me about it, I just change the subject and shit. That's me.
Completely no sell it.
It's like, yeah, just get away, as far away from this shit as possible. Like, I don't double down on the shit. Like, yeah, just, if it's like going bad,
Take
it's like,
that L. Just take the
get away.
L.
Yeah.
Take it.
Okay, I was wrong on that one. Let me just get as far away from that as possible and shit. That's me.
But no, most people aren't like
They
that.
gonna double down. They go down with the ship, like you said. They gonna die on that hill and shit, like with this shady politician or this crappy ass law that got passed. Yeah,
Crappy ass
they
policy,
gonna
yeah.
ride it and shit, like ride it till the wheels fall off. That's how most people are.
I'm just not that person. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I just can't,
I was never a gangbanger like that. It's like because
I just
I'm
can't.
not going down for the team and shit. Yeah, I don't take one for the team. Oz don't do that shit. Not going to jail because you did some bullshit. Nah, fuck that.
You
That
couldn't your deal. Nino Brown, you couldn't your deal.
already made my deal.
He's the one who runs the CMB, Kareem Akbar.
Look at him, Kareem Akbar. He's the real leader of the CMB.
The educated brother, the educated black man.
He starts slumping down in his chair and shit. Why was Kareem even at the fucking truck? After he stabbed me in the hand and the pretty motherfucker, like I'm
They
done.
called him a pretty motherfucker.
I'm out. It's like, yeah. Like
Clearly,
you
shades
just
of colorism.
to me, you just officially fired me from the CMB after that. I'm not
Yeah, I'm not getting
the
stabbed in my
fuck is
hand from
fired from
nobody, and then
CMB?
still gonna be there.
You can
Yeah,
ask me why. I'm like, like
you stabbed me in my hand,
I'm not,
dude.
I'm not part of the CMB
We're
anymore.
done. We're done.
I was like, why was he even there at the trial? Shit.
That's a definitely some trauma bonding right there that he
He was the
just
one. He's the one nigga that
he was trauma
survived. Everybody else
bound.
died. That shit real. Like Dunner man died. Keisha died.
Keisha died, yeah.
Died. Like he's the one that survived. You hanging around. You should have been like out of like on the first plane out of town and shit. It's like why you even hanging around at this trial? Like you survived all of that. It's like just leave town and shit. Why was Kareem Akbar even at the trial? I need answers. Like
Now I
honestly,
gotta do a deep dive on New Jack City because I haven't watched it in years. So I need to like actually watch it now with my over 40 eyes because I haven't watched it probably since I was in my 30s or whatever. Maybe like my early 30s was the last time I probably watched it. So I need
once
to
upon
watch
a
it now
time,
in my 40s
once
and see
upon a
like
time, that was my favorite movie of all time. Yeah, at once, yeah. It's
mhm.
one of the as probably because it had some sentimental value. That's the last movie that me and Feast went and saw with Dad in the theater. Like yeah, because
Oh.
after that we were like old enough to go
Then
see.
you guys were like, yeah, we grown. We old enough. We don't want to go with you.
Yeah, back then you still needed an adult to see an R-rated movie. That's the
Yeah.
last one we saw with that was New Jack City. That was 91. It's like yeah,
And then when you get to be a teenager, you know how it is. Like, you have your friends and
yeah. It's like the
you know,
movies after that we would go by ourselves, like the Juices of the world, like the House Party.
Men's Society.
I don't know if I saw Menace in the show, but I would have seen that by myself. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
Poetic
Act
Justice,
I
we saw
saw
that in the
you.
show.
Act I saw in the show. Yeah. So I'm
Which
thinking
ones did you see in the show?
I saw Class Act in the show. I saw
Okay.
Juice. I saw House Party 3. Saw all of those like without that.
Okay.
And those were all like our movie. Boomerang was after the yeah.
Boomerang.
All of those. Me and Feast would we would it was usually me and Feast. Sometimes it'd be others, but usually me and Feast. Like yeah. Like Juice we saw at the Evergreen Theater. um Boomerang I want to say was Hyde Park. Mo Money, we saw that at Hyde Park as well too. Mr. And sitting in the same row as us, Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly was in the show that day. That's
The
what I
less said
remember.
about that, the better.
Yeah.
We not gonna
This is like this is like
public announcement.
public announcement. Yeah, this little cute Aaliyah got that vibe era from R. Kelly. This is that era of R. Kelly, the vibe era.
Give me that honey love. That one. Yeah.
That R. Kelly, yeah, like he was at the show. Look at that R. Kelly. Like I think Feast is the one that noticed, and I just started breaking shit. It was like about maybe 4 or 5 seats down the same row. So I said, "That's R. Kelly." So I'm not. I won't say who if he was with anybody. I won't confirm or deny that, but R. Kelly was definitely there.
He did say Lil Cutie Lee's got the vibe, so he did say that. So I mean,
Yeah, I don't know who was with him. If he had a vibe or not, I don't know.
one thing you can tell you it's like if you probably didn't check some IDB. Let me see some IDB.
When you say teenager, like what do you mean? Yeah.
When you say teenager, what do you mean? Moments that you can't like if the kids of today see some of the moments that we as like you as an Xer, me as an elder millennial, I like Zennial, me as a Zennial, have seen in our lifetimes, these Gen Z kids would be like, what the hell? Like you guys let that fly? Like that was cool.
Yeah,
It's like, oh yeah, it was just a Tuesday for us.
definitely. Yeah, but it was an era of some movies were coming out during that time. That might be
Mhm.
my favorite era because Malcolm X, I saw that in the show. Like I cut class for that one. I can admit that.
I saw that with mom at Evergreen, and then
To
we
lunch,
sat through it twice.
went to lunch, and then there was, yeah, that was a whole work day then because that movie.
That was time when you could sit through the movies twice because there was no assigned seat, so you could sit through the movie two times.
That was a whole day and shit because that movie was long as fuck. And shit.
Because I think that we got there a little bit later, so like we missed
So
maybe
you
like the
came in,
first,
the movie was already
we
on.
missed maybe like the first like 5 or 10 minutes of the movie. So then we enjoyed the movie so much because like mom was like, okay, but we can just watch like the part that we missed,
Most
like
of
the
the
first.
time, that's the way that
Yeah.
that's the way the typical Negroes would watch movies back in the day. You come in like 10 minutes in, and then watch the movie, and then watch up to the part where you came in, and you never saw a movie in order. Like you just watch up, you would come there late, and then just watch up to the part again. That's your, okay. This is where we came in. That's how niggas watch movies back in the day. Tell me I'm wrong. Because it can't be at nothing on time. Movie start at like 6:30. You gonna come at 6:40 minimum. It's like, oh, they got previews like, and then like when you get your refreshments, it'll be like 6:50 by the time you get to your seat or whatever. So you didn't miss like at least like 10 and 15 minutes of that movie by then. So yeah, and then you just watch up to the part that you came in.
So it was like a work day, yeah, because Malcolm X is like 3 hours and
That movie
30 minutes, I think. Yeah, it's like a really
cut
long
class
movie.
and just yeah Hyde Park Theater. So I went to Kenwood. It's like 2 blocks from the school.
You're not supposed to say you never cut class, Oz.
It was educational, so I really didn't cut class. I was doing
Yeah,
it.
because you were learning about Malcolm
Yeah,
X.
we were reading the autobiography from Malcolm X in my Black History class. So like, yeah, I
Because
was doing
Malcolm X was
it
assigned to you.
every year. Every year. You know who would be a good one for you to report on? Let me guess.
Malcolm X. Same with me. Okay, we're doing our Black History projects. Naima, why don't you do Malcolm X?
And we were always the first one because our last AB
Our
is
last name is started with A, so it's
so like
like
yeah, red at the top is like so like yeah, Oz man. I know who you can research. It's
I
like
know who you can do.
got to the
Naima, I know who
got to
you
the
can
point where I was
do.
saying in unison, I was like, let me guess Malcolm X, right? I was
Malcolm X. Yeah, that'd be a great person for you to do.
yeah, because I've never studied him before.
I don't have tapes in my house of
Yeah,
Malcolm X speeches. I don't have those in my house.
I don't have answers to the grassroots speeches. Yeah,
I don't have that speech in my house. I've
never
never heard that in my
never heard
life.
that speech, the ballad or the bullet. Yeah, what's this speech? It's like, yeah,
I've never heard that in my life.
who is this Malcolm X guy? Malcolm the 10th. Who is this guy? He's all he old British king is like Malcolm the 10th. Like who is I'm not familiar with this. Yeah. See
I've never heard of
the
him.
first black British king like Malcolm the 10th. Okay, yeah. So let me tell me about him. It's like,
And then when we actually did read the biography of Malcolm X at my school, then my teacher called on me to like verify that the stuff that was in the book is correct of how they were.
wasn't
Like I
born.
was called on, and I'm like,
I wasn't born in 65.
so I'm like, I was like 11 or 12 at the time. Like I'm a kid, so it's like, how am I trying to like I'm a kid myself, so. So Naima, why don't you share your like no, no.
Nation of
Why don't you
Islam in
share
the
your
60s
your thoughts?
was much different than the Nation of Islam by the 90s. It was a whole different organization by then. So like so like what they did in the 60s is a different organization.
I don't know.
They
I can't answer that. I don't know.
asked my parents about that
Right,
era.
you can ask my father.
Not in
You can ask him,
particular.
but
Yeah,
I don't know
asked them
at
about
all. I have no knowledge.
back in the day, yeah. But me, like, nah. Classic shit. Um, where you want to go? Yeah, I had some. Let's start the kind of semi sports adjacent. Yeah, I got with that. Yeah,
Yeah, sports. We can start with some sports.
sports adjacent. Yeah, you saw this Illinois House Bill 2969 that they trying to pass. It's like we talked about this whole stadium deal and all of that shit. Like, the Bears want a new building, White Sox want a new building.
Okay, yeah.
They wanted more tax money to finance the shit. It's like, yeah. But Illinois has already got we already struggling to pay our bills already in Illinois. So you'll need to be like wasting billions for like two brand new stadiums. It's like one of them is unnecessary because the team absolutely sucks ass and shit. And then the other one, y'all just this y'all's mistake is like, yeah, you had the stadium done 20 years ago. You just
20 years ago, about
a
20 years
poor
ago.
job and shit of it. It's like, yeah, it's like it's not our fault that you did that shit. Like, y'all botched that. You should have did it right back then. It's like, yeah, 'cause they still
Mhm.
haven't. That's like if you buy a house, you still haven't paid that mortgage off for that reason, rental, and you want another. Yeah, you still haven't finished paying that off for that. The billions you spent on that shit is like the fucking Soldier Field Part Two and shit. It's like you still haven't finished paying for that shit yet. But it's like they putting they making them put to much like make you earn it basically. Yeah, you got to earn
Hmm.
it. Movies love when Kenny said he was a catch and shit. Yeah, on the Cosby Show. You got to make them earn it. They said that it will require teams to win at least 50% of their games and at least 3 out of 5 of the seasons if they want taxpayer funds for a new stadium or to renovate an existing one.
Oh, standards, I see. That's accountability. That's one way to hold
I
accountability.
think they should call it the White Sox rule because like that's where I think it's coming from. I was like, didn't y'all lost over 100 games? You got the nerve
Because
to
the
ask.
Bear,
It's
to
like
be fair, the Bears were kind of all they were
the
kind of
Bears,
in.
they didn't have a good season either. Yeah, but
Yeah, so they were, but White
White
Sox,
Sox
well,
are
they were
historically
horrible.
bad. They're like one of the worst records in baseball history. They in like the bottom five, like worst seasons in Major League
Yeah,
Baseball.
they lost over 100 games.
They down there. It's like, yeah, no, they did the record breaking era. Like that's how
And
bad.
then White Sox tickets, it's like you can buy tickets a day of the game, and then you can buy your seats like here, and then you can move down. Am I
The
saying too much?
building.
Am I saying too much?
The building is it's completely empty. Have you
It's
watched any White
empty.
Sox games? Nobody in the fucking building. It's
That
like
is like they say you don't have to buy the higher seat. You could buy like a regular seat, like not all the way nosebleeds, but just buy the one that's like here, and then you could be down here, you know, by like the fourth inning or something like that.
yeah.
You don't have to buy the premium, because like it's empty in there. It's like
Yeah, Ryan
there's
don't
no
have
one
the nerve
there.
to ask for a new building and shit after that historically bad season and shit. That's why the legislature they probably say, okay, we gonna like, probably the next day they probably called like they
He
called the
drafted this up like, look.
yeah, we gonna meet at the state capitol and shit. We gotta do something about this bullshit. It's like
And then my thing is, if you want taxpayers, I keep on saying, if you want taxpayers to foot some of this bill, then we should be shareholders.
yeah,
As taxpayers, we should be shareholders. So
that's how that's why even though we don't like them with the Green Bay Packers,
the
but
Packers, yeah,
it is publicly owned. It's like it's
which
not
is
we
something
don't
that
have
they
an
did.
owner. they the only sport like major league sports team is that's publicly owned.
That's
Like
publicly owned,
we
yeah.
can buy shares of the Packers. It's basically like, it's a publicly owned team. It's like it's nobody
You
owns.
see the face I just made?
That's where you get your easy E on. It's like, yeah, we own shares of it. So that way, okay, even if they beat the Bears, yeah, but I still made money because
I
I
got
own. So yeah, so my shares just went up. It's like, yeah, you be like, yeah, you beat my team, but yeah, I'm still making
my
money.
conscience can't let me. I can't do anything Green Bay. I just couldn't.
And then a lot of these modern owners in other cities, of course, like the Chicago don't get down, the McCaskies and the Reinsdorfs don't get down like this. Okay.
They're
But like
cheaper than me.
they're funding it like they funded it themselves. Like I said, Steve Ballmer, like the Clippers owner,
The
like
Clippers, he just was like,
that's
okay,
he got tired of being a tenant in the Lakers house. It's like because like Staples or whatever is called
Staples is
or whatever,
Lakers.
it's their house. It's like yeah, like
Yeah,
they
it's never going to be. It never was
all
like,
of
oh, the Clippers play
the
here.
look how many Clippers banners up there. Lakers got 16 up there.
Yeah, give it to Lakers.
Clippers got nada. So it's
And
their
the only celebrity that came out for the Clippers was Billy Crystal.
yeah,
That's the only one who came out.
yeah.
Like
So
no one was at Clippers game. So like Billy Crystal, he was there.
you walk in
I
like,
give him
wow,
that.
look
Billy
at all the
Crystal was
banners.
there.
Like, wait a minute here. I don't see any red banners, just
You
yellow.
had Jack Nicholson, Denzel Washington. You had like
I just see purple. I
A-list.
see purple and gold. I don't see any red banners up here. It's like you looking at that's
Even
so
at their height when they were Lob City, it still was like not
Lob
the,
City. Then
because
with
that was at the height of their
Kawhi and
popularity.
Paul George is like even then, like neither one of those teams were ever able. Like Blob City never even got out of the second round.
Yeah, they didn't.
Paul George and Kawhi made it to the conference finals once and got their ass whipped and shit by Jokic and them. They made it like once and got bitch slapped and shit. But yeah, that's where we're at now. Is like they put this law like it hasn't passed. They haven't voted on it, but it is on the table. Say yeah, you gotta if we're gonna finance this team, yeah, y'all gotta at least win some games first. It's
You
like
gotta win some
it's
games.
fair.
And
I don't see the problem with it.
and I think that we should be shareholders as taxpayers. So then that way that if you are a person who does want to go to the games, then they should have like blockouts where you can get certain tickets for like very reasonable prices. Because like how we said before, like I said, not counting the Sox game because their tickets are still affordable. Just baseball period is more affordable. But a lot of these
Football is
sporting things,
still family friendly. You can
yeah,
still
a lot of these sporting events are they're out of reach for regular people. And who are most of the fans? Most of the diehard fans are regular working people.
yeah.
Like they're not the rich assholes in the skybox. They're not.
Yeah, they're
Most of
not.
the diehard fans,
Most of them in that skybox are not watching these games and shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're there to be seen.
yeah. And you
Like
ask
I'm sitting next to Taylor Swift. Like they want to be
especially
seen.
especially like these modern teams is like now like go to this bear and say name five current players like asking them rich assholes hey you can't say like old play like Peyton or like Urlacher like hey who's on the team now and shit it's like they can't
Devin Hester. Like, no, not Devin Hester. No.
they can't do it it's like yeah the fridge and shit that was 40 years ago like nah yeah, like, yeah. They can't do it and shit like yeah. So that's it. They're not die hard like or the Bulls now when shit like name five players on this team not named Kobe White. I might struggle to do that. It's like so no,
Especially because like, we just chopped it up. Like, yeah, like we got Herder and people like that on the team. We mixed up some things.
yeah Giddy. It's like yeah, it's
Giddy,
all
Herder,
guy who just got pretty much. It's like yeah,
Patrick Williams. But he's here though. Vooch, Dalen Terry.
and
I watched, so I mean,
and what Io DeSuma. Okay, I named my five.
Bio, Jalen Smith. I mean, I watched the Bulls, so I mean, yeah.
College, yeah, he's a sorry. At least the Bulls are. Well, he's asking for the size. At least he's not asking for a Bulls new building because, like, 'cause with this team, it's like ain't no way.
I mean, they're playing a bit. Well, they did submit their play. They did secure that. They're playing again. You see my face.
Still would fail like the qualification. It says you got to win 50% of your game. He's still under 500.
Yeah,
So
they're under 500. They're just a hair under
the East
500.
Bucks. That's why you can still make the play in and not be a 500 team anymore.
Yeah.
where the West is like pretty decent teams that might not make the play in. It's like the East is like yeah, I think at least
Looking at
like
you, Phoenix.
you can make like a 7 seed and like and like be like well under 500 in the East and just like have a clearly losing record and still be eligible for the play in and shit. That's just how the East is. It's like it's just but
But I think they should have to think about the shareholders and then give like discounted tickets for like have like certain blocks of tickets where they're available for like let's say $50 for like a ticket or something, 50, $60. Like
it's
an
funny.
affordable ticket.
It's funny what they called it. They called this act. They probably should have named it after the others. It's it's called the Balance Earning and Record Standards Act. BEARS. So they did it on purpose what they called the shit. I want to try to pick some letters with SOX because they were historically bad. It's like to me, I call it the Sox Act because that's where to me, if I was a lawmaker, I'm like, really, you want a new building?
That's
You want,
pretty
you want
ingenious
this tax
actually that
money?
they did like that. That's pretty smart.
So I gotta mention this is like yeah. So we'll see. Like hopefully that passes that way. Like because it's out of control. It's like with these. I don't know. I was gonna say with the Clippers on the Steve Ballmer. He paid for his own building, the Intuit Dome. That's
Out
where
of his pocket, out of his own account.
I'm like. And Steve Ballmer, if you don't know, like he was the other guy that started Microsoft with Bill Gates. The one you don't. He's
So
the
he has a lot of money.
so yeah. He could afford it. He's like. He probably just and like he probably sold the rights to that building, made that money back right away. Because like naming rights are big. It's like yeah.
Yeah,
It's like look at like the Sox Park is like whoever let paying that lease. I'm
guaranteed rate arena.
sure they paid Reinsdorf a grip for that and shit here for that
United Center.
United yeah you pay a grip for this yeah um like other stuff Little Caesars the Superdome whatever yeah
Quicken Loans,
Wicken Loans Arena that's the Cavaliers play
the
there.
Cavaliers,
So the Lakers, yeah, they're crypto.com now.
crypto,
Because it was Staples for a year. Like crypto probably paid like they
yeah,
probably paid a
crypto.
bunch of crypto to name that building. They probably paid several billion cryptos
Hmm.
for that and shit. So like the naming rights, yeah. So like he probably sold the naming rights, made the money back almost
When
immediately.
Emirates sponsored the in season tournament, Emirates was
Yeah,
on there.
yeah.
So
Sponsorships is like how they making money now. It's like yeah.
yeah,
You see
Hell, Amazon want to
the
have
uniform,
a.
like even on the uniforms, you see they have like yeah
Hmm.
on there. Like it's like before, like back in my day, you didn't have like fucking Pizza Hut or whatever is written on the logo.
Champion or whatever. Yeah.
It was Champion, like because Champion made the uniforms, but like you'd have like
Oh,
Champion.
Champion did make uniforms. Okay, yeah.
Now they got like actual sponsors on
They
there,
do have actual sponsors,
like
yeah.
McDonald's or whatever. Like yeah, like it'd be like
Yeah, they'll have that on there.
on there, like from like different teams. I have them like that, so they paying a grip for that shit. Yeah, that's where we at now. So I said the Bears Act. I gotta read this. It's funny, like how they call
Bear is that. That was so damn messy.
it. Yeah. And since we talking sports, you want to stay we'll talk a little basketball. Bas
Yes,
Basketball Hall of Fame class of 20.
that's where I wanted to go to next. Basketball.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the class. Just give me a second. I have it somewhere in here. Here we go. Okay. 2025 Basketball Hall of Fame class.
Okay.
We got some pretty significant names on this list.
Hmm.
Um, Carmelo Anthony, well,
Yes. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard also going in.
Okay.
We also have Sue Bird,
Nice.
WNBA. Maya
WNBA.
Moore, also
Cool.
WNBA. Sylvia Fowles, like she's WNBA. I wasn't as familiar as her with Sue Bird and Maya Moore. I know them better.
Hmm.
Shout out to our current Chicago Bulls head coach, Billy Donovan's going in. Yeah, because
Oh,
wanted for his time as Florida is.
that's the Florida Gators. Yeah.
So yeah, not as his time as the Bulls coach. Nah,
Because Joakim
he's not
Noah was
getting
on that
younger,
team.
but yeah.
Right. He was on that team with
So,
Billy Donovan,
and
right? With the Florida Gators.
Al Horford, yeah,
Al Horford, they were on that team. Yeah.
they were on that Florida team. So Billy
The
Donovan.
NCAA team that
Oh yeah,
won.
so we got a
Yeah.
Hall of Fame coach. So tech, yeah, because he's going.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah. Referee Danny Crawford's also going in, and the entire 2008 men's Olympic basketball team, the one they call the Redeem team. So like,
Oh.
so this is gonna make a lot of people two-time Hall of Famers like on this team because some of them are already in. And then
Hmm.
the names that are already in, like Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Jason Kidd, the late Kobe Bryant. So they're already Hall of Famers. So now they'd be two-time Hall of Famers on this team.
Hmm.
Also, Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard, they were on the team. So they
Yeah,
technically
they were.
two-time Hall of Famers as well. We also got some surprises. Like let's go to the back of the bench. Like who's now Michael Redd's a Hall of Famer. Darren Williams a Hall of Famer. Shout out
Okay.
yo,
ILLINI.
alma mater, yeah.
Okay.
John French, yeah, from the '04 Pistons. He's
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
One of our favorite Chicago Bulls great Carlos Boozer was on the '08. So
Hey,
Boozer's a Hall of Famer. Hey,
Duke. That's Duke right there.
hey. So see
He was on
Boozer,
that Duke team. He was.
Boozer's a Hall of Fame. And then we have two current players that are going in the Hall of Fame as well now. Two there's like so these like some active players. Typically you don't do
Oh,
that until after you retire because also on that team were LeBron and Chris Paul. So like you got
nice.
active players like that'll be Hall of Famers. Like when September is when well Chris Paul might be retired by then. It's
I
like
think Chris Paul is retiring after this season. I think I saw something about that because Chris Paul is 40 now, I want to
so
say.
Chris Paul will technically be retired by September. Yeah, if he
Yeah,
does.
because he was born in 85, so he turns 40 this year.
LeBron, no clue. Is like yeah, like I could see LeBron.
LeBron is
He might go another year or two. I don't. It depends on how the Lakers do because they still in contention
they're
right
three
now.
right now
They're in
currently.
contention. It depends on how they do in the playoffs. Yeah. I say
Because
if they were to win, I just retire immediately, go out on top and shit. But
as
catching
I
up
look
with
at
all
this standing, the East has locked theirs all in. The East is locked in. So everybody who is pretty much, they locked in from one to
locked in for a
10.
while is like yeah.
They locked in. So you got the Cavaliers at one, they've clinched. Celtics clinched their division. Um, Knicks, Pacers, Bucks, and Pistons all clinched their playoff position. The Magic clinched their division, and in the play-ins, Hawks, Bulls, and Heat all clinched their play-in. So the East is locked. Now the West is where it gets a little bit interesting.
Because
The
it's like
Thunder has clinched the conference
everything else,
as one.
like seven
Then
is like real fluid right now.
then you have the Rockets and the Lakers who clinched their divisions. So Rockets and Lakers have clinched their divisions at 2 and 3.
2 through 8, like
Nuggets,
fluid.
Clippers, Warriors, Timberwolves, that's where it could fluctuate because they're all like
Grizzlies are in that
49,
mix too.
32,
So yeah,
48, 33. All of them are kind of
the Grizzlies are in that mix too.
Grizzlies, they clinched their play-in. So Grizzlies, Kings, and Mavericks have clinched play-in
Really,
position.
any of these positions can switch from like the three through
From
like
from
three through
four
eight
to
are like pretty
seven,
much are
really.
like yeah they really
Yeah, 4 to 7 is pretty much up for grabs because they haven't clinched anything yet, 4 through 7. So, because I'm looking at the records, they're 49, 32 for 4 and 5, and then 6 and 7 is 48 and 33. So it's like it could go like
like I
one
said you
loss
an
for
eight
like
seed you won 47 games but in the West you be eighth and shit. In the
mm,
East at 47 you'd be like top four or whatever you'd be like up there. It's like
you'll be 5 in the East.
it's like
Okay, the Bulls are not as far out as I thought. They're 38 and 43. So I mean, it's closer. They still under 500, but I thought that they were a little bit lower than
they're
that. I thought they were
asking
lower than
they're
38
asking for
wins.
if they're asking for tax money
No, I mean no. But
they wouldn't
I
qualify.
thought that they were lower, but that's right. They did go on like a brief win streak like these last few weeks. Like they were winning. Like they won like I think 8 of like their
After
last 10
Josh
or
Giddey
something.
hit that shot, they like had a little
Yeah,
moment
they were smoking during that time.
against the Lakers.
Yeah, they were smoking.
They had a little momentum after that shot.
Because I'm like, they like 8 and 10 for the last 10 games. I'm like, okay. Like who knew? Like they showed out. But yeah, though, these playoffs, I
What about the
mean,
Thunder, man? 67 wins so far. Yeah.
mm,
SGA is a strong contender for the MVP.
for MVP.
Strong
Absolutely.
contender, yeah.
And Cavaliers, boy, 64 wins. Like, yeah, them Cavs looking good. Cavs are looking real good.
Everybody was joking, saying LeBron's probably gonna go return to Cleveland again. They
Like,
started
hey,
winning.
big hair. He gonna say that to
Started
Donovan
winning this year. I
Mitchell.
started saying he gonna come back one more time and retire. Now they
One
like
more
now
gear.
they got a good team. It's like
They have his farewell tour. One
yeah,
more gear.
want to close it out at home. It's like nah, they good now. That's why you coming back. Nigga, you
But the
ain't
Suns, I saw a report that said that the Suns are the only team that they said they're not going to make
no
the
playoffs,
play-in
no play in,
and
no
no
lottery,
no
no lottery,
lottery pick.
lottery. I saw that.
Like, yikes.
That's about the worst season
Yikes.
because like
Like
you
nothing.
didn't make the play in, which gives you a shot at the playoffs. You get those playoffs, it gives you a shot at like the championship. If like the lottery, you get a shot at like a top
A
draft pick.
top pick, yeah.
You got nothing. It's like yeah, like you really like yeah,
Yikes.
complete season thrown in the trash with your big
That's what
three
you
bit of of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. They're probably one. They
that's
got
what you call a rock between a rock and a hard place.
gotta be one of the worst big threes of all time. You
Because
got
when I saw that, I was like, wait, they have nothing. And I had to check it. And I'm like, oh, they didn't make the play in. They're at 11. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, I'm like, they're
they've
not
been
going to make the
struggling for a
play in.
while. Yeah.
Like, oh,
Mm.
like that sucks. Yeah, it's like you can't, like you said, it's nothing. Like at least if you miss like
The Jazz,
well
like the
they wasn't doing
Pelicans,
the play-ins, then we got Derrick Rose, but like we missed the playoffs, but we got Derrick Rose.
yeah.
So we got Derrick Rose, even though we missed the playoffs.
Spurs
So
got Tim Duncan. Yeah, when they missed it. Yeah.
when they missed the playoff, they got Tim Duncan. So you have that happen sometimes where okay, we missed the playoffs, but we got this person.
Yeah.
But they got nothing. So somebody then said Kevin Durant ruins teams. Like every team he goes to, he ruins. So then I started thinking, I was like, is he like the Black Ted McGinley, like how Ted McGinley ruined shows? Like when he was like, is he like that? Like is he
That's funny.
mine is married with children, so I guess the Warriors would be because like the Warriors did do
Warriors
better when
is married with children.
the
Yes.
Warriors is married with children and everything else is like Ted McGinley because he ruined all those shows.
So I guess the playoffs will be starting soon. Like how much of this sorry ass regular season is left? Because I'm over the regular season.
It's not much left. It's a
Got to be like
couple.
maybe a week or so, man.
It's like a week, maybe a week and a half.
Gotta be not much left and shit. Yeah, because I'm
Let
just
me see when the play-in starts.
over it and shit.
It has to be a week, no more than a week and a half.
By the end of April, we should be in the playoffs. Like this should be over soon. Like hopefully.
Oh, okay. It says when I just did my Google search, it says the 2025 NBA play-in tournament starts on April 15th, so it starts on tax
So
day.
the regular season is ends like within the next couple of days. Then I said within a week, so it's within days actually. I
Okay.
said by the end of
And
the
then it says and concludes on April 18th. And then the playoffs start on April 19th. So the playoffs are going to be starting very soon.
so this might be
Oh,
the last time we talk about the Bulls, yeah, because it's a good chance they don't make the playoffs, but like they're in the play-in though. It's like yeah, like I think
okay.
so
They're
far like
nine.
nobody
So who did they play? Let me see. Let me go
they
back
play
and
the Heat, yeah. Bulls Heat will play, and the winner of that plays the loser of the Magic Hawks. I know it's
and then the loser goes home.
yeah. Yeah, Bulls Heat play 9 to 10, lose that winner advances, loser goes home. Magic
Okay.
Heat
The
play
last time the Bulls did beat the Heat, but the Heat might want to come back for redemption because the Bulls did beat the Heat the last game. The Bulls did win
I
that
think it was
game.
9-10 last. I think they played in a play in before too at 9-10, if I'm not mistaken. I
So
thought they did before. It was a nine
so
ten.
just be ready. Like that's the thing. The Bulls they could, but then okay, who would be the seven? Oh, I see Magic and Hawks are
Magic
the
Hawks,
seven
like I
and
said,
eight.
whoever wins that makes the playoffs, and the loser plays the winner of 9-10.
Who plays a winner of 9 and
Bulls
10. So
beat
they
Heat.
get a
Yeah, if
second
the Bulls
redemption.
beat Heat, they will play the loser
They
of
have
the
to play twice regardless. Yeah.
yeah. They play loser because
They
nine,
gotta play twice
yeah,
regardless.
9-10, you have to play twice.
You have to play two times. You have to.
7-8, if you win, you're in. It's like 9-10,
Right.
you gotta win twice though. So,
Hmm.
which I agree with. Who was that Gilbert that said the play in is stupid? I totally agree. It's like
So the Bulls possibly could get in at 8, possibly, but we'll see what happens.
So far, I
They
don't
did
know.
beat the Heat last time. They did beat them. I can't remember. I think the Magic kind of was,
I gotta look
they
this
were
up.
struggling against the Magic. They did
I'm not.
struggle against the
They
Magic.
started doing this in 2020, I believe, was the play in like those
They
first.
did because of COVID.
I'm trying to think in the 5 years they've done to have any 9, 10 teams advanced yet. I'm not sure.
I have to do my research and see because I can't remember offhand if anybody
So if the
has.
Bulls were to advance, they would have to be like one of the first teams to like, yeah. 'Cause I think
Hmm.
so far, like all the 7, 8 teams have been the one that advanced to the best of my knowledge. I guess I could try to look that up right now instead of being, yeah. Yes, let's just see. Like, because I'm curious, like, has any 9, 10 teams made it to an eighth seed, like, since they've done this format here?
So it's just like one more game probably left now. And then, yeah. So that's good. Only one game is left of the season, looks like. Because I am ready for the playoffs. I'm ready. I'm ready for playoffs. And I obviously watch the play-in because my team is playing the play-in, so I'll watch because of my team. But I'm ready for the playoffs to begin.
Okay, that didn't tell me anything. It says, yes, the 9, 10 teams can make the playoffs. No shit, motherfucker. Have they? Asking, yeah, shit. Have they and shit. I said,
Good shit to actually go in physically and look at each say like, okay, 2020, 2021,
yeah, they pull
2022.
up
You have to
every
look at each
year, like,
bracket.
yeah, see, like, on the East and West. It's like, yeah, like, who are the 8 teams on for, like, the last 5 years? Do I have to do that? Should I do that? We got time. I'm being petty
That's
now.
a
I'm doing it.
that's a long bracket. Maybe we'll report back to that. We have to
Yeah,
sit
you can
down
move
and
on to something else. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Go ahead.
bracket that.
You got something, go ahead. But I'm being petty now. Go ahead.
Not you being petty right now.
Since AI wants to be petty, OZ is gonna be petty and shit.
Not you being pettier.
I'm going to the basketball reference. God damn it. Then I have to know which teams were like it's gonna be a mess and shit. Yeah, because it'll give the 8 playoff teams like where their original playoff teams were they to play in. It's like
We'll have to circle
it's
back
gonna
to
be a
it.
mess and
We'll
shit.
have to circle back.
Fucking mess.
We'll circle back to this.
I'm just gonna look at last year and see what happened. I'm not gonna do all of this though. We start last year
Yeah, let's see last year for
just to see like if
2024.
it makes sense and shit. Yeah.
Because I can't remember offhand if anybody did advance. I'm really struggling right now trying to remember. Yay, nay.
It's messy the way they got it written. They got the
Because they
playoff.
like how they do the brackets on it before they look kind of sloppy, like how I was like,
I thought a Google search would fix that. Yeah. I'll be telling our mom to like don't believe everything you see on Google because then shit like this happens.
nah.
I'm gonna type it again and shit. See, it didn't show it again. It said the same bullshit. Yeah.
On a fun note,
Go ahead.
well, not, I guess on a fun note, um, did you see who recently filed bankruptcy?
Who?
Publishers Clearinghouse. I
No shit. It's like who's still
I saw that
buying
come through my
magazines?
tag, through
It's like,
through my news,
yeah,
through my news feed on
all
Facebook.
their customers are pretty much dead. That's why it's like, ain't nobody buying magazines. It's like, when was the last time you bought a magazine? Tell me. It's
I read my news on my phone, so I mean, there's that.
like we used to get our subscriptions sent to the house and shit. It's like, yeah.
And then my comment that I contributed, I said, well, I was like, my mom bought magazines for all of us and we never won shit. That's what I wrote.
That's I never won. Yeah.
And then somebody wrote, they was like, it's because they spelled their blaming Mandela and us saying that Eric Mandela didn't give out those checks to Mandela. Still alive. Like, I remember Eric McMahon on
A lot of people
PCH. I
like
remember
that
him.
McMahon, even though like he said he didn't, it's like saying that wasn't Publishers Clearinghouse. was
They said it was a rival company, but I
I'm
remember
gonna get
that
the
being
name, but I'm gonna get the
PCH.
name of the company that Ed McMahon represents.
I remember it being PCH, Ed McMahon, and he would have the big check. I remember that. I don't remember him being on
Again, like
another company.
knowing Google was gonna tell me that Ed McMahon missed the playoffs last year. That's probably what
Ed McMahon.
what I just got is no Ed McMahon was not in the NBA playoffs in 2025 before. That's what I'm gonna get like it's the way Google is acting today and shit.
So I got a nice laugh off of that because I'm like, oh, like, yeah, they filed they filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy,
Search other
Publishers
roles.
Clearinghouse.
Okay, yeah, I'm going through his whole biography. Yeah, he got his military service. He got his entertainment career. Where like, who do you trust?
Hi-yo.
I don't know what that is. He got the Tonight Show, of course, what he's most famous for. Got Star Search, which he's second most famous for. It's like
I used to watch Star Search all the time.
some talent came through that show.
Mhm.
Other entertainment. Let's see. Now this is like where it gets
Let's see.
other roles. Like yeah,
Drum roll.
yeah. The long association with Anheuser-Busch was named in Mr. Budweiser. Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Serves as a co-host for the long running Labor. The Jerry Lewis Telethon. I remember that.
Okay, Jerry Lou. Yeah.
He did with Dick Clark TV bloopers and practical jokes. I remember that show. What else? I don't see nothing about no fucking Publishers Clearinghouse or the rival company. That's what I'm here to see. I'm on the NBC Radio. Fun with Dick and Jane. Never heard of that. Steven Spielberg's Amazing Stories. Hmm. Alf, he had a show with Alf. Why don't I remember that shit?
Ow, what the hell?
I definitely got Mandela.
Hi, Al. That Alf, huh? That Alf.
Alf's hit talk show and shit. Yeah, I don't even remember that shit. Hey Willie.
That Alpha Melmac. That Alf.
More pre-predator forecast. As a spokesperson for Pride Mobility. Okay, I remember that we did with the old people.
See,
Don't
I'm
say
losing
shit
focus.
about American Family Publishers. This is the very last line. So this is suspicious that they put that at the end of his bio and shit. Yeah, because wouldn't that be like somewhere near the middle and shit? Like if he was because he was doing that for like all those years, like as we remember growing up, is like yeah. The last thing should be like the stuff near the end of his career. It's like so the fact that his line is at the very end of his bio on Wikipedia is suspicious.
I'm calling shenanigans. This is shenanigans to make us
The
look
very last
crazy.
line of the bio says mostly in the 1980s through the 1990s, McMahon was the spokesperson for like I read the wrong one. Yeah. No. Where did I see? Yeah. Oh yeah, it was another company, Colonial Penn Life Insurance. We remember those commercials,
Okay, yeah.
as well as a
I remember.
spokesperson for American Family Publishers, where he would give big checks to people at their front doors with a camera crew. So it was American Family Publishers. Like, let's look that company up. Yeah, let's see.
It was Publishers
Let's see if
Clearinghouse.
that's
I don't care what
let's
no
see
one
if that's
says.
even a real company because I'm sure.
Yeah, do it.
Let's look that up. Well, American Family Publishers. I want to know. I know. Yeah, this is very entertaining shit. I'm sure. But
Because people keep on saying, well, he did a different company. It's like, no, but the vast majority of us in the comments is
I'm
like, no, we remember him on Publishers Clearinghouse. We're not crazy.
American Family. Okay, I found their Wikipedia.
Oh,
Okay.
you found it.
Let's see. They do exist. It's like the red and blue M&Ms. Okay, it does exist. Red and yellow M&M. I just Mandela.
Red and yellow M&M too.
Red and yellow. I just made one of them blue and shit. That's how Mandela shit starts. It's like somebody's gonna listen to this years from now and say that was one of the M&Ms blue and shit.
The blue M&M came later because he was like the surly kind
But
of
people are
one.
gonna lie and say they remember him from the beginning. though. That's how
No,
Mandela
he came later.
started.
Mhm.
American Family Publishers was an American company that sold magazine subscriptions. Founded in 1977, it was one of the America's leading marketers of magazine subscriptions. Okay, yeah. Like when did they go under? That's what I want to know. So the winner was chosen at random, like this how by a professional auditing company from among those who responded to the sweepstakes, regardless of whether a magazine subscription was purchased or not. See, that's a little different than Publishers Clearinghouse. Like I thought you had to buy the magazines for them. It's like
I know we bought the magazine. Mom bought one for everybody.
everyone, the whole house had a subscription. Yeah.
'Cause I know I had like a Nickelodeon, I think, or Disney magazine. I had the kids magazine. And then she had her Ebony and Jet. She had that for her.
I would get either Sports Illustrated or WWE, like or WWE
Yeah.
magazine back then. It's like yeah,
Hmm.
be so we get something I don't remember and shit. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, publishers here, competitors. Yeah, this is the good shit right here. Competitors. Publishing Clearhouse was a competitor of American Family Publishers that ran similar sweepstakes. The two companies were often mistaken for each other. Many believe incorrectly that Ed McMahon was the spokesperson for Publishers Clearinghouse. He only worked for American Family Publishers according to a 1992 interview. I gotta see this interview.
Now we gotta find an interview. Detectives, that's fine. Detectives, that's fine.
We're doing some investigative journalism today and shit. Yeah. Now, it said Dick Clark was also a spokesperson for American Family Publishers. I don't remember him being involved in this at all. That shit is like, yeah. So it was Dick Clark handing out checks too. I remember New Year's Rockin' Eve. That's what, I
I
don't
remember News Talking Eve.
remember Bandstand. I don't remember this shit though. It's
And
like,
then he turned into a robot in The Simpsons.
I remember
I
25
remember
dollar
that.
pyramid and shit. But yeah, it's like, actually gonna tell me that Bob Barker hosted that show. I guess.
Yikes.
Yeah. All right, let's see. What was I looking for? Ed McMahon, 1992, American Family Publisher. We being now. I really don't got shit else to talk about. So that's why I just feel like being petty right now.
We're being petty right now because too many people are making us feel like we're crazy. Like the other one that I saw that they keep on still saying it was no cornucopia or the Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah, it's the Fruit of the Loom never
I
happened.
remember a cornucopia as a kid.
Yeah, that one is a couple of them that I'm like, okay,
I remember a cornucopia as a child.
Bears is the one that got me. Like, yeah, that's the one that really like the bear. I thought it was the Berenstein Bears. They saying it was always
The
Berenstain.
Bears stain. I was like, it was a Bears stain Bears.
Ever remember the Berenstain Bears? It's like, the Space Jam, the Toon Squad got a lot of people. It's like because like even Looney Tunes is like how is Looney Tunes spelled? A lot of people don't know that. It's like that's another Mandela one.
Hmm.
People think it's
Toons.
that's Looney Tunes like Tune. So you just
Oh yeah, it was Tunes.
yeah. People think
It
it's
was because
like
Merry
content.
Melodies.
Oh yeah, Mary. People think it's
Yeah.
which is why the Toon Squad like they because like when now that one got Mandela, it is like when LeBron James they released like the first stills of him in the Toon Squad jersey from New Space Jam,
Hmm.
and people were complaining. It's like they couldn't even get the name right. Why they changed the name? Until people started posting the original Jordan picture, like with the Toon Squad spelled the same way, and people's mind were blown. It's like, wait a minute, like, no, it wasn't. Yeah, like that's Photoshop. Like, no, it was always Toon Squad, Tune. Like, wait, no,
Tun. It was Tunes. Yeah, it was.
people like said, no, nah, it was the Toon Toon Squad. It's like, not Jordan's jersey said Tune as well.
Yeah, it was Tun because like I had a Space Jam container, like a popcorn tin for years. I had that.
Ed McMahon, Americans. I got yeah. American Family Publishers 1992 interview. That's what I was looking for.
Team Petty.
The most Mandela, the most recent one was of Usher, Nice and Slow. Even Usher got in on the fun. He even claiming that he said "Who's in the streets now?" Like when I looked up the lyrics, I Shazam the shit, and it says "Cruise in the streets." So Shazam even disagrees with Usher Raymond and shit. So I don't know who to believe, Usher or Shazam. And shit. Like, I don't fucking know at this point.
You made me happy.
Happy. So
Freddie
this
Mercury,
commercial's coming up. I can't
you
find what.
know, trolling us from the grave.
Yeah, it's "You Make Me Happy" is like if "You Made Me Happy" is how the line went.
It's
Like,
make.
I
I'm
thought it
still
was
gonna
"You
say
Make
you
Me
make
Happy."
me happy.
Me, he said "You Make Me Happy,"
I'm
but
still gonna say make every time.
but we've been petty long enough. You ready to wrap it up?
Yes, hashtag team petty. Sometimes you have to be petty.
Team petty, yeah. American Family Publishers, like which I'd never heard of until today, but apparently that's who Ed McMahon represented all our lives. Yeah. Publisher,
They lied.
who was in the Publishers Clearinghouse commercials? Let's be petty some more. So if it wasn't Ed McMahon, because we saw, I'm sure Publishers Clearinghouse had some kind of
They had
spokesperson.
some stuff. I know later Steve Harvey was on it later,
They're gonna tell
like
you,
years and years later.
they're gonna tell you he was on it in the 80s, I
I
guess.
remember seeing Steve Harvey. I remember seeing him like later on it.
Publishers Clearinghouse, yeah. Get your check. Come
You
get
can
your.
hear him before the check even comes. You heard his voice.
That's hilarious. Publishers Clearinghouse was started in 67. No, started in 53, so they're a much older company.
Oh,
Yeah. The company, they sweepstakes, they started in 67. Okay, like so like the version that we know started in the 60s.
okay.
Lawsuits and settlements.
Almost 60 years before bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy filed on April 9th. They filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. I just saw
Yep.
it. Sweepstakes, yeah. It began a tradition of announcing winners of its $10 million sweepstakes just after the Super Bowl. Who was the fucking people that brought maybe did they do that? Maybe that was Ed McMahon. Did they even bring checks? I don't fucking know. Or did they just give money away? I don't fucking remember and shit. Yeah.
I remember seeing the Prize Patrol with the
Prize
balloons. It was
Patrol.
called the
Okay, that's
Prize Patrol. They had the
the Prize
balloons and the
Patrol.
big ass check.
But yeah, it was Ed McMahon with him. No, that's the
He
Prize.
was with them. We're not crazy. He was with
It's just
them.
saying Prize Patrol is no Ed McMahon. The Ed McMahon was by himself with no Prize Patrol. Like I gotta look back at all of this bullshit now. Like was it did
This
Ed
is a time
McMahon
where we wish that if mom kept her old VHSs when she record all my children and then we go look and see.
just
Like that. Like that's the time we look at mom, we should have kept those old VHSs now at this point.
wow. Well, let's wrap this shit up.
We're not crazy.
Well, definitely appreciate you supporting us being petty on Not Another Damn Podcast. You want to support us further, give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review all your platforms, talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, YouTube, your Amazon Alexa devices. You can also follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, TikTok, and X, Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well.
And you can check me out at MSIMA8626 on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Also, SCR8GULAEY7 on Instagram. Also, follow the Straight Gully Facebook fan page and check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.